हे गाइस, कैसे आप सभी। उम्मीद करता हूँ सभी लोग मस्त रहोगे, मजे में रहोगे और अपनी डेवलपर जर्नी को एंजॉय करते रहोगे। So particularly in this video I want to talk about how you can structure your projects whenever you are building your project, and what are the steps that you should take care whenever you are building a project or whenever you are building a product. So without any further delay, let's get into the computer screen and let's start with the video. This was one such problem that I always had faced, because as a student or as a developer or as a professional, you have a lot of ideas that you get when you are building a project. So what happens is many a times we don't get the structure, what to follow, how should you implement it, and many times what happens is we start directly developing or coding the project, and at half stage we are like, okay, what next should be done. So there is one structure that I particularly follow, and that structure has helped me get a very better idea on what the project should be. And I also get an idea like, okay, implementing this particular set of projects or this particular set of features will be working in the upcoming future or will not be working in the upcoming future. The first thing that I particularly follow is to ideate. First is, let's say we have the idea. Okay. The first thing is to have the idea. After we have the idea, the next step that I follow is to first document it. Okay. What does it mean when I say to document it? Is to have a very, step by step procedure that I want it to have. Meaning, what it can do is it can have step what does the project do next, uh, what problem does it solve, what is the problem that the project is trying to solve, uh, what can be the impact here, what are the initial set of features that I want, what are the initial set of features that I want to build for now, and then let's say if you're a tech guy, what should be the tech stack initial that I have in mind, what are the initial tech stack that I want to build with. Okay. So here what happens is you get an idea like, okay, this is one thing that I have in mind. What will it do? What is the problem that it will be trying to solve? What is the impact that I'll be creating with this project? What are the initial set of features that I want in this particular product or the project? And what is the tech stack that I want? Once you're done with this, next, let me just have an arrow button here inside this rectangle. So once you're done with this, next thing, give me a minute. Yes. So once you're done with this, the next thing that you have to follow is to create the system architecture. Okay. Next step is to create the system architecture. What will happen here is it will give you a better idea on how you want to build it, how you want to build it. Have a better idea on the database design, how you want to design your database. What will be the foreign key? What will be the primary key that you want to build? What are the data tables that you want to have? What are the different type of data that you want to take from the user? Then what are the pages that you want to have? Let's say you have an admin page, you have a profile page, you have different kind of pages. How do you want to implement the authentication system? So this will basically give you an idea of how the system architecture would look like and how would your product look like, because it is very important to have at this point of time to have a good system architecture explaining about how this project will be, what are the different aspects that you will be taking care. If you are building a very scalable product, what are the different services that you need to go for along with the cost and implementation and stuff. So I'll show you what I particularly follow. Let's say this is my own Obsidian. Obsidian is the place where I store all my ideas. everything that I want. So this is for PromptOS. PromptOS is one such product that I've built, which basically helps you to enhance the way you write your prompts. Obviously, little bit of promotion is needed here. So it is basically a side project that I had started, and now it is a full-fledged product that I am using. It is basically to enhance the way you write your prompts, to get an LLM output comparison, a prompt library, and prompt scoring. So I'll help you walk through what the product is about. So let's say you give it a very small prompt, like, okay, build me something which is a landing page on an e-commerce site. It will actually give you a complete enhanced prompt. For this particular prompt, the initial set of prompt was build me a landing page for an e-commerce site for a luxury and Gen Z brand. And this was the enhanced prompt that I got. So what happens is if I copy this prompt and give it to an LLM, the way it responds gives me the response is much better than what we usually. So it has a couple of features like that. Second one is LLM output comparison. Let's say if you're a developer and you want to check if a particular prompt is working on three different LLMs, and if you want to compare the response between those, you can get here, select the model that you want, and then compare it. Next, if you are someone who is very good at writing prompts and you want to have a prompt library, that's where you have a bigger prompt library for, let's say, mid-journey image prompt creator, the awards winning portfolio, engineering, prompt engineering optimizer, SEO blog post writer. You can just copy the prompt, like, dislike the prompt, and then get it into your head. Next is prompt scoring. Prompt scoring is where you can get a score out of 10 of your prompt based on the clarity, specificity, structure, relevance, and conciseness. And you have your own dashboard where you can see what is the current streak, what are the prompts created, along with the profile page on what is your activity graph, what is your recent activity heat map looks like, what you have done, and what are the set of prompts that you have. So this is one such product that I have built, and I'll help you walk through what was the initial set of steps that I took here. So I usually use Obsidian for anything that I want, and this was the initial vision. Like PromptOS is an intelligent LLM agnostic platform that enhances and learns from personalized prompts across multiple domains. So this one was the phase one MVP that I had in mind. Like this would be the module, and this would be the description: prompt scoring, feedback collection, prompt library, prompt playground, XYZ. I'll obviously not show everything because there are some things that I have planned for my future for PromptOS, but this is where I had written everything that I want. And after that, I had created my system architecture of how my product would look like. This was entirely technical, like front end would be Next.js and Tailwind, there would be an API layer, prompt engine would be Gemini, model adapter, fine-tune Gemini model if there is an option, vector DB, Postgres data for feedback, the tech stack that I wanted, what are the different APIs, what are the different dev environments that I want to go with. And after and only after I had completed with this, I started building the product. Because the best thing that happened here is I had a structure like, okay, I have to go with this. These are the list of APIs that I want to create. And based on that, I could create the database design. Okay. This is one such project that I am currently building. It's called Addy. Addy is just like a Jarvis for my personal projects. I want to try to make it, something around having access to coding. It does videos, calendar, Gmail, blogs, projects locally, GitHub projects, Obsidian Vault. So I just wrote it like I plan to make it like an end-to-end system which runs locally on my machine with tons of capabilities like mails, schedules, and see analytics of my data, get articles from Obsidian, project analysis and stuff. And after that, I created its entire system architecture of how the different MCP servers would be used, what are the tools that I'll be using, what are the Wiki layer that I want. I tried to implement the Andrej Karpathy's LLM Wiki. What will the output format would be? Where would be the human layer present? The Wiki operations that I need. So this is how I particularly use Obsidian as my manager to manage everything that I have in mind, to manage all the projects that I have in mind. I feel this is a very good way to manage all the projects that you have. And I think it becomes a very structured way to first, have a system architecture, have a design of what you want to build rather than just directly starting to code with it. And this particularly has helped me a lot. This particularly has helped in many of my projects to make it from zero to one. So I hope this particular framework would help you build your own projects and help you enhance the way you create or ideate on your products. So yeah, this was it for the video. If you like the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next one. Until then, bye bye.